The movie industry is America's biggest form of entertainment. Year after year, hundreds of films come out of Hollywood are produced simply for the fact of entertaining the people. Millions of Americans every year go to see these films to be entertained for a few short hours. And according to The Observer of December 27, 2017, in 2017 alone, Hollywood produced films that grossed over $11 billion. There have been so many actors and actresses that have come up from absolutely nothing to on the top by themselves simply by becoming an actor, by going through these movies. And with all of this in mind, it is extremely sad to say that there is a massive problem within this industry. Sexual assault has been a repetitive action that needs to be changed, but yet it continues to happen and it's only getting worse. With this in mind, it is crucial to ask today's question. How will the recent Harvey Weinstein allegations affect Trump's sexual assault accusations? And the sad truth of this matter is, it will not. And that's not to say that anything that he has done or any sexual assault case is okay, but the sad fact of the matter is, these cases will not be looked to anymore. We will look at this today through three key reasons. First, because there has been a time gap from the cases until now. Secondly, there is an increasing threat from North Korea. And lastly, we have a flawed justice system. As the cliche saying goes, time heals all wounds. But that is not the case when it comes to Trump's sexual assault cases. The New York Times on December 13th writes that Donald Trump absolutely did all of these sexual assault cases that he was accused of. We saw a video of him saying, "Grab her by the insert genitalia word here," among other things. And he is not hiding the fact that he has done this. In fact, he has come out on record apologizing to the women and to the to the women and to all of the Americans, saying that he is remorseful for what he has done, but yet he is not hiding the fact that he has continued to do this. This is furthered by the Huffington Post on January 5th that writes, Alyssa Milano, the founder of the #MeToo movement, which empowers women to tell their sexual assault stories, to no longer stay in silence. She came out on the news broadcasting, calling for to try Trump for the accusations, for the cases that he has. But although she came out in January 5th, it has been now 4 days and nothing has happened. The founder of such a massive movement is calling out our president, the one that we trust to lead our country, on sexual assault, and nothing has happened. Lastly, CNN on December 12th writes that a small group of 4 women came out detailing the sexual assault that they had by President Trump, giving all excruciating details to what he said and did to them. And yet, nothing has happened. He is still tweeting and going on about his daily life, not having a worry in the world or remorse for the fact that he absolutely abused these women and put them through a horrible situation. All this time has passed while these stories came out during his election period and continued to come out through his time in office. Nothing has happened. Next, we look into the second reason why the recent Harvey Weinstein problem will not affect Donald Trump. Because there is an increasing threat from North Korea. The Guardian on January 7th writes that Donald Trump tweets saying that Kim Jong-un has a button ready to be pushed at any time to launch his nuclear missiles, that he in fact has a much bigger button, was aimed to keep Kim Jong-un on his toes. Tweeting at the leader of another nation that is very well equipped to attack our country, saying that we are ready to fight them first or even better, is absolutely horrible. This only goes to show the increasing threat, and Donald Trump is not helping by poking the tiger that is ready to attack. This is furthered by Newsweek on January 9th that writes, North Korea, in their talks with Russia and China, says that the United States will be the only country that will be attacked if a nuclear war came about. China, Russia, along with South Korea, have absolutely no worries. They only want the United States. As the threat continues to increase, and as Donald Trump is not making this situation any better, we see that it's only going to get worse. This threat is the forefront on many of Americans' minds, fearing World War III. Lastly, the Mirror UK on January 9th writes that within a year or less, North Korea will have a fully functional nuclear missile program, one that is able to wipe out the entire West Coast. In this short year of 2017, their nuclear arsenal has expanded exponentially, and their threat has only continued to increase. And with this, and with what the Mirror is saying, within the next year, they will be able to take out a mass amount of the United States, causing World War III and an immediate threat to the world. Lastly, we look into the third reason why the Harvey Weinstein allegations will not affect Donald Trump. It is because America has a flawed justice system. The Atlantic on December 8th writes about the police shooting of Daniel Shaver, the police shooting where the police officer Daniel Shaver was filmed on his body cam telling an unarmed citizen, giving him instructions. He told him to put his hands behind his head, to get on his knees, and although this citizen followed his instructions to a T, he still ended up being shot unlawfully. And yet, the judge that presided over this case ruled it a lawful shooting, although the body camera shows a drastically different point of view. This is furthered by The Root on November 19th that writes, 70% of people accused of murder and taken to court are eventually convicted. But these do not include policemen. But the police force, the rate for conviction of murder is significantly less. Because they have this badge, they feel that they have an idea or a right to murder people that have absolutely no reason to be shot at. And yet, their conviction rate is extremely low. Lastly, USA Today on June 17th writes that an officer was acquitted after a 4-year trial of an unlawful shooting of an African-American man in a car. He claimed that the man was reaching for a gun, but he was only reaching for his wallet. If we can't even trust our police system or our justice system to indict or convict these murderers and these people that we trust to protect us, how can we hold our justice system to convict the President of the United States, the one that is supposed to lead us? So today, when presented with the question, how will the recent Harvey Weinstein allegations affect Trump's sexual assault cases? The sad truth is, it won't, for 3 reasons. Because of the time gap, because of the increasing threat of North Korea, and lastly, because of our flawed justice system. While Hollywood may make great entertainment and produce billions of dollars for the world, the sexual assault cases are something that needs to be taken seriously and ultimately changed, also brought to our president.